Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice, all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and this is part 8. Let's play Danganronpa 1. Trigger Happy Havoc. So, let's resume our game. Okay. Well, that and there's another thing. Well, technically they were strong enough to carry a Fumi. Here's the thing. Putting a tarp under somebody allows you to drag them easily. So it would make somebody weaker that couldn't actually carry, Taka, actually able to move him. That being said, we're also talking about moving great distances pretty quick, up and down stairs, and they didn't use a tarp for Fumi. Though, here's the thing. One, where did Kyoko go? And where has... That requires going up and down stairs. And I don't even need to make the pun of dead weight. You put him on a dolly. Yeah, he got hit in the head a couple times. What?
So then...
Yeah? Like, right off bat, it seems pretty obvious that, the fortune teller dude's the murderer, but this game is yet to be straightforward with jack shit. So, but I'll say this right now, game. I don't know what your fucking twist is, but I know it's coming. Okay.
However,
Yes, I'm eating. I'm hungry.
however,
Hi, Nina.
So,
What's up? Okay.
but...
I know. I remember I tried to open the door and I couldn't open it. Ah, that's where the Justice Hammers came from. They were painted. I mean, they're meant to hit metal into rock. They should certainly be able to... What? Why is it wet? That's not what I was trying to look at. I get it. I wasn't trying to look at him. Can we skip this? Okay, I was thinking more of the vertical dolly. But I guess that can be considered a dolly as well. Okay, so technically anybody could move the body. You just had to roll fucking...
So, in other words,
I don't know. One person I would kind of suspect might be Celeste. But like maybe she like bribed him, like he didn't like want to die a virgin, so like she slept with him in exchange for him helping her to stage things. Because it's like, hey, Hifumi, you're unlikely to survive this anyway. You want to get laid? So how about this? Yeah, and here's the thing, if she's the one who took the laptop, obviously he was a lot more desperate for it. Because he just found an outlet and he lost it, so when she was like, hey, help me stage this murder that you will die at the end of, but I'll fuck you a few times before we, you know, carry out the murder-suicide where you kill Taka and then kill yourself, but I will fuck you and let you do anything you want. Is that what happened? Did she bribe Hifumi that way? Yeah.
what?
I really can't disagree with you there.
What?
Yeah, so maybe like Hifumi was bribed with sex by Celeste. Because I could see Celeste be willing to do anything to win. Because, I mean, come on, she told us that she's played Russian roulette with mobile types with billionaires. And Hifumi is extremely desperate. More than any human being I've ever met in my life. So. And he's in a situation where he is very unlikely to live anyway. And now he was risking his life just to talk to a computer.
I see. That's enough. Goodbye.
Okay, I think Taka's body was found here, right? But yeah, what if Celeste took away the computer to make Hifumi desperate? And then bribed Hifumi saying, hey, I want you to help me get up, like, I'm gonna kill Taka. We're gonna use this camera to stage this thing. And then afterward, I want you to kill yourself. But, Hifumi be like, why would I kill myself? Well, you're not gonna get out of here alive anyway, so you're gonna, what, spend a week at most living in fear before you're murdered in some weird way? Or you go out on your own terms after having lots of sex.
What?
So the dolly was used for Taco's body. It was on the same fucking floor. But Hifumi's fat ass, that was 3 floors down. Okay. I'm gonna call Hifumi a fat ass again, taking her a bite of food. But what if he walked up the stairs? He is dead, right? We did check his pulse, right? I already checked this, right? No, I wanted to push the other button. But yeah, I think, because Celeste, I mean, she's played Russian roulette with billionaires. So, for her, it would just be like an adrenaline thing. And, I mean, obviously, it's not an issue of standards, it's not an issue of what it's an issue of she's willing to do anything to win. I mean, the only thing is this: why is Yasuhiro nowhere to be found? Makes him an obvious suspect. Why have I not found Yasuhiro either? Like, as many rooms we've looked in, should we have just found him by chance? I can't remember where the other place is. Nurse sucks. Here. Hi, Celeste. So I was like, even if you like told Hifumi like, hey, you know, what if you like took away the laptop and made Hifumi desperate, and then told him, hey, I want to live at any cost, Hifumi, and I'm rich and I'm a gambler who's willing to do anything to win, and I love the thrill of the adventure, but there's no chance that you're gonna survive this, Hifumi. So how about this? You help me kill Taka, who probably took your computer, and afterward, I will, and also in exchange, I will fuck you a shit ton, and then you kill yourself at the end, and then I'll make sure all your works are published, you're famous and well known, and you will at least die happy.
Let's see.
But the only thing is this: how would Celeste have influenced where Yasuhiro is? And what the fuck's happened to Kyoko?
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Here's the thing, in terms of sheer strength, because it wasn't used to dolly, but the fact that his glasses were clean means he was trying to be able to see where he was going. I think Hifumi was faking. And Celeste does, I mean, hell, the man didn't have the dignity to stand up for himself when she was bitching about her tea. It was one thing, she said, hey, Hifumi, can you make me some tea? It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Girl asks you nice like that's cool. But afterward, when she like fucking threw the cup against the thing and acted bitchy to him, like, this is not how I like my tea! I want it this special way! I'm like, if you really wanted it that way, Celeste, you should have let him know. And if you really had a problem with it, you should have just still been grateful that he went to the trouble to make it for you. But then after she yelled at him, she's like, yes, ma'am! Like, dude, have some fucking dignity! Where is your pride, Hifumi? Vegeta would disapprove of you, Hifumi! And here's the thing: how would why would you clean up Hifumi's glasses, and two, why would you use special? And like, no one should even know about his shit.
Oh. Huh?
Yeah. The only thing is is this. How would you have affected where Yasuhiro is? Did you guys find Yasuhiro?
It's all clear now. Goodbye.
Okay. Well, I mean, he did say something about, like, if you didn't have good penmanship, ghosts would haunt you. But that doesn't make sense. Yes. Oh. Right, he said to go Yasuhiro's room. Oh no. Yeah, you're dead. Dead. Me. Dead. Jackass. Dead. Probably gonna be dead next. Dead. Maybe the killer. I don't know where you are right now. Same with you. Dead. Go in here though. Just here over. And dead. Maybe. We never really checked. Is he dead as well? How did you get this stuff? How did you get all this shit in here, Yasuhiro? Okay. Well, this is incriminating. Oh. I get what they're trying to show me. Make the arms bend like this. It's written in crayon in here. But here's the thing. That's not Yasuhiro's handwriting. And it's written in crayon, so it didn't come manufactured that way, so... Did Hifumi ask Yasuhiro? But even then, how did you guys get this shit? Yasuhiro! I'll at least hear you out. What the fuck have you been doing? Yeah, what? Where? What is it? The look on your face has me concerned.
Just a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, everyone's over here. Guys.
I mean...
What is happening, buddy? You... Guys, let's just hear him out.
Right.
Don't be mean!
What?
That, given the circumstances, that is a little weird. In what circumstance would it not be?
Well... It's nothing.
Okay.
Hey. And?
I mean...
How did they shove you in a locker inside Optimus Prime?
Let me out of here! You got it all wrong!
It would seem...
So how did he even put it on? Also, wouldn't you, like, start dying of heat exhaustion? Especially with that hair. Wouldn't that be, like, insulation?
So then... Honestly... Is that okay? Could it be... That's terrible! Just the worst.
He can't. Otherwise, the teddy bear would kill him.
That's right. What the heck?
Please!
What are you saying?
What the heck?
Okay.
Why would you put it on?
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is?
How tall are you,
I
man?
mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume. Ah.
I'm so confused. Oh, it's a height thing. I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of short compared to everybody.
Just a second!
But...
Honestly.
What the heck?
Just the worst. That's terrible!
Well, somebody could have drugged him. That being said, Hero, all the shit in your room, how did you get it?
What the heck? What?
Just the worst.
Please! Huh? How about that?
So then...
I'm at least 30% right!
Hero. Dude.
Correct.
Please!
What the heck?
Oh, so... Hey.
Just the worst. So... Huh?
He just tried to tell us that an AI dressed up as Optimus Prime, and then shoved him in a locker.
Don't be mean!
Just a second.
No way! Please!
I don't think it's through lack of trying. I don't think you'd be smart enough to hurt the fly. Okay. Well, we need to help it. Also, where is the laptop?
Just the worst.
Here's the thing, then why would Celeste do it? I mean, she already has all the money in the world. She's fucking rich.
Please!
What are you saying?
What?
I'm pretty sure Sakura could take her.
Makoto,
Yeah, what?
it would seem... Why is that? Anyway... Shall we go? Hey. Correct. Hey. Anyway...
Okay. Okay, explore. They don't give me a damn stamina meter. Hi guys.
So then... I knew it. I see. Hey. Whew. So then...
very early in the morning. So he was killed before.
That's right. In other words, however,
how is his hand still gripping something? He is dead!
Makoto, because
I don't think rigor mortis works that way.
hey, is that right? So then,
What, did he take like a fucking cyanide pill or some shit? Yeah.
indeed. That's right. Indeed. Why is that? Hey,
There's the note. And the other part was actually from... And it does look at the same handwriting for the crayon, too.
so... However,
So Hiro was drugged at 1 a.m. and then Taco was lured here at 6 a.m.
is that right? So... Hey. So then... Hey.
Yeah?
Is that right?
Okay. Oh, time for the ridiculously hard trial shit. I think Celeste is willing to do anything to win.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time
I think she
for the
bribed
class
Hifumi
trial to begin! Like the bright
help her.
burst of fireworks,
And then kill
like
himself
the flash
afterwards.
of, and so,
He's like-
with no
She's like, you're not going to
further
survive this
ado,
anyway, so why not get laid?
Everyone, please
I mean,
meet
I
at
could
the
definitely see
usual
Celeste
spot.
doing anything to win, and I could see
Make your
Hifumi
way to
basically
the
agreeing
red
to a
door
suicide
on
pact
the
in order
first
to get
floor
sex.
of the school. See you soon.
It would seem... Shall we go?
Now, guys, this is our third trial. The first time when you guys accused me kind of made sense. The second time was bullshit. If you guys, if we fail this and you decide to vote me, assholes.
Monokuma appears!
The fuck is this?
Wrong.
We'd punch you both, but you'd shoot us with a Gatling gun.
Boy, tough crowd.
Stop talking.
Okay. Hey! Hey!
Okay.
Let's go. Please!
What the heck?
What the heck?
You seem a little too happy about this, Celeste.
Hey,
That's right.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like Afumi's to blame. Hero.
hey,
Yes, yes.
You seem really fucking giddy.
Just the worst.
That's why you shouldn't jump like, yes, emotionally we have every right to be angry at whoever killed them. But, that's why we need evidence, and why we need to think it through.
Damn.
Well, let's go in this fucking death trap of an elevator. Anyone else feel like it's less stuffy in this elevator recently?
Just the worst.
What?
Come on.
After this commercial break! Okay. I'm glad the game leads me toward whatever the correct conclusion is, so that even if I'm an idiot, the game will help hold my hand to the answer, and that I pick the easiest difficulty. We will make a save file. I haven't got any new skills in like eternity, have I? Apparently, I have not been talking to the correct people. Shit.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
The irony!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit.
That's not his handwriting.
Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
They would have had to, like, as soon as he opened the door, they would have had to have drugged him right outside his door.
It points to
Or
you
took his
as
key
having
off his
created the
body.
suit and wearing it while committing crime
That makes
after
sense.
crime.
That makes more fucking sense.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second.
There was nothing I could...
Everything we found in your room.
This? What?
Shoot!
I don't...
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it's right handwriting.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise
Do you
their
really think he's
handwriting.
smart enough to do that?
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think I've tried to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
Thank you.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
I'm gonna go with Hero.
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense! You just said Hero didn't do it!
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption! And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
You seem kind of defensive, Celeste.
Of course. But before we get to that,
Part of me's like, oh, listen to me, I'm so smart. I'm figuring out the twist. No, the game is holding my fucking
there's
hand.
something else we need to clarify
Which
first.
it needs to.
So let's get that out.
Otherwise, I
of the way.
would never figure this shit out.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Tarp and a dolly.
I got it! I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right? So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that up until then. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later,
Yeah, because
when
Celeste
Taka's
wouldn't have been
body
strong enough
reappeared in
to
the
carry,
repository,
but Mifumi would have walked up
so
to
did
this.
the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
But wouldn't she have blood all over her hands?
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Why is that yellow?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
It just means somebody premeditated this
Is it
situation.
not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
Nope, blood on the wheel.
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Why do you enjoy this so
There is no
much?
shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Okay, I don't like how you're talking to me,
We have
Celeste.
all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
And yet I'm the one who has to solve everything. Okay, what? What more can you add? Okay. Why am I now moving on to the most difficult part of the fucking trial? I can't do this rhythm shit. I need all the luck in the world to survive this.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Oh, I forgot the order I had to do shit.
You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere.
I forget what button does what!
You miserable wretch.
I can't remember what I'm doing!
I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere.
I don't remember what button does what anymore.
You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch.
I already reloaded 50 times!
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
How many times must I win?
Lies will get you nowhere.
Did I win?
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
That was probably down to
You're
the
asking
fucking
for
wire.
proof that the dolly
But I didn't
moved.
even have time to look
I
at our
have it
fucking
right
health.
here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Yeah, you see.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then
I'm glad that part of this trial's over.
what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
They can't bend at the waist. Okay. I
As we
have one
know,
heart.
Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
How was that wrong? What's happening?
Shoot!
I was right! I mean, in order to load it on the dolly, they would have had to do it. Do not vote me. Do not vote me. Do not vote me. There is no reason to vote me. Do not vote me. I hate you bastards.
Is this really the end for all of us? I refuse to give up yet!
I'm glad the game is nice like this. Otherwise, I would never be able to beat it. Ever.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend
There we
it.
go.
No!
Knew it was about the waist, but still. You were even the one who fucking pointed that out.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember? When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with
You would have no control.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move
But
the
the
body?
clasp.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Hifumi, you overplayed your hand, buddy. Robo-Justice is the actual name. But you say that's what you decided to call him just now. You can't just make up a name for something and have it be the literal thing that it actually is.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
And you're too fucking smug about
The
this.
individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that
But
conclusion.
why did he know the exact name of the kind of thing it is?
Besides, there's no hurry to before we rush to a verdict. Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto waited there for quite a while, but nobody else that was around.
And as soon as we...
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked. I know it was an hour, because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been. As it turns out, it also soon became clear that this we were soon joined
But how
in
did
our search
Hifumi
by
know the
Yakuza
exact
and
fucking
Toko,
name of the robot?
and he was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
When Celeste told us that, and soon after,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor.
and then at that point we just Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse while Sakura, Byakuya. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi dead. And that's when we heard the body. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to.
meanwhile, we must have found both bodies because we heard the same announcement, not.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us, but right after we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us. We rushed back to the nurse's office.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in. But when we got there, next thing we knew, we were certain, and after
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Why were you the one to discover the bodies, Celeste?
I think that about covers it.
I see. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of
Okay, well, if
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
I'm just glad we got the rhythm game out of the way. And here I am constantly considering, getting a Beat Saber.
So,
But I'd have to actually buy a
Taka's
VR
death.
set.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
What? How am I wrong?
Shoot!
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
What?
Shoot!
Stop! What the fuck?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice...
No, that's wrong! Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's...
Probably the washed hammer? Or wristwatch? Yep, wristwatch. How is that wrong? There's another... Oh, T was already there. I do need another W.
Now I understand! I've got it! See? Look!
It must have gotten broken when he was a... So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those Justice Hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Not true, because Fumi doesn't have an alibi for where he was when he killed himself.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office. And That's totally true! We're all in the clear!
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up!
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there.
But we don't know where Hifumi was when Hifumi was killing Hifumi.
When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, and then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time!
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the...
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway!
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies.
Yeah, the only person able to carry Hifumi is Hifumi.
On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said...
Yeah, he moved up 3 fucking floors.
His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took to carry that much weight from the 1st floor up to the 3rd in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
I called it!
The dead body moved on its own?
No! No, no!
Actually, if we were going supernatural here, buddy, it would be a zombie.
No!
But there is no Umbrella Corporation in this
I
game.
don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Celeste, what's your reaction?
Alive?
Why did no one check his fucking
Are
pulse?
you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Does anybody know how to check a fucking
Perhaps he was
pulse?
simply playing
Hell!
dead.
Even if somebody could slow their fucking heart rate, you know what the easiest way to check to see if a body is actually dead or not is? Take a small mirror. I'm sure any of these girls have a small hand mirror. Take a small hand mirror and put it directly in front of their mouth and nose. No matter how slow your breathing is, you will still fog up that mirror. Which means even if you're in a fucking coma with a medically induced reduced heart rate to make it where you can even fool somebody checking for a pulse, you will still fog up that mirror. So there's still, that's a surefire way to make absolutely sure that there is no life.
That it isn't possible.
You seem upset about this, Celeste.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you've heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I'm trying!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead.
Why do you have to make this so fucking hard?
And you know that how?
Shortly, you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Why can I not shoot this? I know what I'm doing! I am correct!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
How am I wrong?
Shoot!
I am right! That should technically count as a correct answer. What? So I'm just gonna be voted no matter what. I could be the murder victim, and they would probably still fucking vote me.
I refuse to give up yet!
Fine, I'll try using the fucking broke wristwatch as a fucking thing.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
What am I supposed to do?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Why can I not hit
It
this?
is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
What do you want me to do? This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Can I not hit this?
No.
Let me
It
shoot!
is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
How am I wrong?
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
I'm right! What do you want from me, you stupid fucking asshole?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
It's the same fucking thing! I am right! I don't know what you
saying
want
that when
from
we first
me!
found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
How am I wrong?
Shoot!
I am right! I'm having to do this like a fucking safecracker who doesn't know how to do it. I'm just gonna try every fucking combination till something fucking works. Even though every single combination I've used should be correct. Out of the multiple choice answer I've been given, every single answer, every single conceivable combination should be right.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Shoot! Damn it!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I'm pretty sure this is the last possible combination
in the nurse's office,
I can use.
There's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been...
Thank you.
No, that's wrong.
About fucking time.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
How about this? I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna go grab a soda. You guys try to figure this out, and when I come back, just yell the answer to me. It'll save us time because I can't hear this shit at the same time. Kodo. That's the same. Got one of the Mountain Dew Baja punches. It's okay at best. It's not very good, actually. I like wasting stuff. I think the normal Baja you get from Taco Bell is much better.
Of course it was. The announcement.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
I feel like Monokuma's gonna fucking sell you out like, hey guys, I really wanted to see her trick you guys, but this bitch fucking insulted me. So no.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comments?
Yeah!
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
What, you're not offended?
But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice. We heard it a second time in the repository.
Which means Monokuma just confirmed that a Kafumi was dead.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
The lens clock.
I know, because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Not gonna disagree with you there.
But honestly,
But then again, Yasuhiro's in the room.
That can prove he was
So I'm just
still
gonna
alive.
point to him. We're all gonna shake our head. We're gonna drink some of our soda.
Okay,
And we'll continue on.
let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
His lens clock. And his clean glasses. Yep.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
True.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned...
No, I'm not right.
Shoot!
How am I wrong? We are talking about
Well,
Hifumi's
here's
body.
one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Damn it!
No, wrong?
Why is it so hard to shoot words at other words?
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
You were there when I found the fucking lens cloth.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can. I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean.
Have we been carrying that?
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was... Princess...
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses.
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
I actually believe you, beyond
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using
I mean, he
his
needed to
own
be able to
glasses
see, right?
cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
Hifumi
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi. I kind of want to accuse Taka himself and Sakura just to hear people's responses.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Let's smile on Kyoko's guy.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off...
Yeah, the letter.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Is anyone going to react to that?
What? In his
Why didn't you check it, Hina?
pants?
Well, how about you?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
That's the note I was telling you about. Wait, Monokuma can't find out, so
See, then this...
it's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person and that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants and me. I want to pick them just to hear people's responses.
That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Yeah, what?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and...
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
There's a scrap inside his hand. None of these things.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok! Huffy had the note, right? Then the person
How do I switch bullets?
must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter!
It's gotta
The
be
note
this
has
one.
nothing to do with TikTok!
Why is it so hard to shoot this?
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
Like, I'm trying to shoot this. I'm even using the slow-mo shit. I'm still missing.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, I'm trying to shoot. I'm trying to fucking shoot!
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
You let me shoot that one.
Shoot!
Like, I was you copy things while holding Y, and I was tapping Y, and it
The person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Thank you.
What's wrong?
That is so fucking hard to aim this shit. I'm glad Halo doesn't
There
use this
absolutely
kind of
is a
aiming
connection.
system. Yes, I gotta go
What the hell are
back.
you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m. We've already proven that using his... But there's more. Look, the equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, no further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. The culprit really is a cold-blooded
Or you're both
monster.
idiots.
Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hammer. If I'm right about this, I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yes,
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Nope, he's definitely dead.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely
Even though he
dead.
came back to life for a moment to give the
The
Yasuhiro
second
thing.
body discovery announcement.
So then,
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not...
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished. But
During that time, we'd all split up. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus. Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
the weapon...
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room. So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, then put the hammer back where they... But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
That's actually very smart for you.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
There's other hammers in the
So
repository.
the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
All the hammers originally came from the repository. It's a room full of hammers!
Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed.
So then, what...
Just let me pick the washed off hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was
This?
it Justice Hammer 3?
No? Really?
Shoot!
What?
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it
Justice Hammer Omega!
One thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out
Maybe.
murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Is that an actual site?
One thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
No, it's wrong! The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No,
But, seriously?
specifically, a hammer from the repository. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered, and for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit
here's the thing.
murder.
If Celeste had used Wouldn't she have, you know,
If the
covered
hammer
blood?
got covered in
Wouldn't she
Hifumi's
wrap herself
blood,
up in a tarp?
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big one, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
What do you mean? They literally are the hammers. Just painted.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else.
Unless you offer to sleep with him beforehand, so you'd at least die after.
So the idea that anyone would work
No,
together
the
like that
Matthew.
is simply ludicrous. Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together
No,
on this.
still wrong.
Shoot!
Okay.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
No?
Shoot! Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
I don't...
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this. Shoot!
I don't...
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one
There,
who
I knew there was a
actually
speed up
carried
button.
out the act can graduate, and assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two...
That is how the rule...
But that only really in this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, Even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive, assuming the rule holds true.
Okay.
No, it's wrong. Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
I thought the reward was Celeste sleeping with him.
The payoff for working together. The reward that there's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit
Yeah,
to
I just
you.
assumed Celeste had lots of sex with Hifumi.
However,
So that he would do
if
anything?
there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka.
And Celeste was probably supposed to kill Yasuhiro or Kyoko
We
or
made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
how is Monokumo?
That's just...
This better not be like, at the end I beat Monokumo and it's like, when you beat Palpatine, like, you kill him, you become him. Like, ah, shit, now I'm Palpatine. Son of a bitch.
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now!
Why can't I pick Monokumo? Wait, can I pick myself? I kinda want to.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I want...
And honestly, aside from Kyoko and Byakuya, you're probably the only ones here smart enough to put this shit together.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Well, we've seen you with the fucking tea. You're really good at manipulating him, and he's willing to do anything for you.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with
You
him...
want to live, and he will do anything for you.
That I would go within 10 feet of that shit-brain-fat, lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Hi, Celeste! Is this the real you?
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the 2 of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the 2 of you were working together.
I got it!
And he knew the exact name of the
behavior they had in
fucking
common has to do the only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
I thought
As
it
he
was...
said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the... If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
She looks fucking shocked as shit over there.
This was a lie?
She also so much, but not as much as Les.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Look at Celeste's face.
And not too long after that,
She's like, oh,
you
fuck, I
remember
fucked
what
up.
Celeste said? We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor.
Now, if I were to be the killer in the next one, I would probably have to go after Byakuya, Kyoko, or me.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
They were signals to each other. After all, the screams are a way for them to communicate.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up. Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Well, that's actually perfectly fine to say because he had blood all over his head.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our mind.
I don't believe...
Hina, you were with Celeste when
Yeah? Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
I feel like they're going to go after... If I had to choose anybody, I would say Byakuya. And when it comes to intelligence, Byakuya, Kyoko, and myself, given the fact that I'm the one at the core of all of these investigations, would be the main targets. Because you don't want to go after Yasuhiro because he's an easy target. Because, you know, you want someone you can fool later. You want to get rid of the people that can actually figure out that you did it. Now, Sakura might be somebody to go after just because, well, she is the most powerful fighter here.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing. I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Did we know Taka was dead at that point?
I remember her saying that too.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover, then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left once we were in the hall. We ran into Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
The other thing is, Celeste got too much into it because she was enjoying herself.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Basically, there was no reason for her to know Taka was dead.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
She had no reason to know Taka was dead.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused.
Why are you putting so much emphasis and emotion into a reenactment?
We are all going to die here.
No.
We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around.
I know it's wrong, but I need to go change the bullet.
Confused. Shoot. All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened.
Like, are you a professional actor, Celeste?
They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
What? How am I wrong? How am I wrong? How am I fucking wrong? And like always, they're all going to vote me.
Is this really the... I refuse to give up yet!
What do you want from me?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like...
Yep, there we go.
No, it's wrong! That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
You and Hifumi must have staged.
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi
Well,
away?
it doesn't take a lot of force to drag Hifumi around if Hifumi's actually holding it up from the back.
It has to be some kind of... So let's put the suit on. And then...
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Well,
What if Hifumi
I
was
happen
holding
to
up
know that
Hiro?
this particular
Let's say
criminal
Hiro is
does not have a
unconscious
timeline.
inside the suit. So what if Hiro was unconscious inside the suit, and Hifumi was holding up the unconscious Hiro behind him? And while it looks like he's trying to grab the arms away, what if he's holding the unconscious Hiro's arms up, and Celeste just standing
In
there
other words,
taking
it
the
is
stage
an
picture?
unassailable fact that this is everything I told you was a lie.
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Yeah, what if he's holding him up?
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
You seem upset by
That's
this.
certainly within the realm of The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
The other thing is this. Why did Hifumi know it's robot justice?
And the strange costume might only if you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation. Of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
I already did the rhythm game. Do not make me do that hard shit again.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
The blueprints. It's gotta be that.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling
The
idiot
suit.
is the culprit after all!
You can't bend at the waist. That's what it is. You stand up straight because you can't bend. Oh, and he even mentioned it right there.
Suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
And that's why you designed it in such
Like
a way.
I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight.
No, that's wrong.
Objection! Phoenix Wright would be proud of this game.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that, because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
That's right! They totally made—
I'm not so sure that was it. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
That face, Celeste.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
You lost the game. This is what happens when you gamble too much. At least I've never been to an actual real-world casino. The only casinos I've been have been in video games, and they're not even using money you can use from real world. There's stuff you get from killing monsters. And here's the thing, I can go to the highest stake game, bet all the money I have, but save, and if I lose, just reload the save over and over until I win the jackpot. Are you cracking under the pressure, Celeste? What the fuck is Monokuma going to do to her? Like, it's going to be like a roulette wheel?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Hi, Celeste!
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Why is your hair doing that?
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Why would he...
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
What's with that fucking... That actually is very annoying.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
It's almost because it's so noticeably fake.
In other words,
And aggressive!
Hagakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Why do you go by Yasuhiro?
Confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only...
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
What the fuck?
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard.
Oh my god, Celeste!
Example.
You didn't! So not only did she fuck him, but she promised to marry him. So when he was pointing out Celeste, he was saying what her married name was going to be. Because she not only fucked him, but she also said that she was going to marry him. If they both got out of there, she was going to marry him and be with him forever.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Wait. The Yasuhiro is still... Okay.
Don't talk.
Okay, I made an error of judgment, guys.
Random chance. No, there's no reason to thought he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to any...
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
You know, when your voice is angry like this, you actually remind me of Asuka Langley Soryu from the Evangelion anime.
Well, do I?
We're all about guilty for you, so yes.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Did I miss something? Can I go back? Is there a log?
Make sure your ear holes are with my real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself?
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name.
Yasuhiro.
No?
Shoot!
How am I wrong?
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me...
Can I please shoot the fucking word?
Moron!
Why? Is it like, what is wrong with the hitbox on the English alphabet?
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
how many times? Celestia Ludenberg! God!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. And since you have no way to contradict me...
Let me shoot the fucking word! What is wrong with you? Why does it go by at fucking Mach speed? I'm using slow-mo. I can't fucking shoot
He
it!
was trying to tell it. He wanted us to know the killer. If there's one person...
It would have to be you, Celeste.
How many times? Celestia Ludenberg! God!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to...
Thank you.
No, that's wrong. That's it. The handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name. Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook. That's how we can find out stuff.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
What, it would prove your innocence, right?
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened, please?
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me go over the case again.
Now I have to do the comic thing.
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Climax! Okay, so here is... Look at this room. Okay, so here is Celeste manipulating him. Okay. He was here at 1. Maybe? I don't remember potato chips being... Why is there a ball? Hi, Taka. This is 7 o'clock. This one is 1 o'clock right now. Okay. It says 7. Okay, Justice Hammer 1 was used on Celeste. 2 for Hifumi. 3, I think, was here. Oh no, he's holding 4. That can't be it. In his backpack? But that didn't fit. Hi Taka, you seem very frightened. Why are you laughing about this, man? I remember where the potato chips were. Maybe? No, that would make sense. Maybe he was here. No, that makes sense either. Act 6. Why are you making kitty cat faces? This goes here. Wait, what? But I already moved it down, didn't I? Okay. So what if I put this here? Did I miss anything? can see he's holding 4 there. Trade? I guess it would take time to do that.
The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
I like the music.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the... They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
What? Okay, so it has to be something that's... It's not his backpack. Or a ball. It makes sense that he did this around. No, we would have still been there. Yeah, but chips were never a thing. I don't understand what could be there. Okay, it would have to be something down here. It's not the backpack. These are previous clues. Checkiest. He died at 6. Wait, no, that's a sideways view of him. That's why. I thought it was 7 o'clock because I was looking at it straight on. The bands for the watch show that the swatch is sideways. Damn it.
Here's exactly what happened.
So I thought that was a 7 o'clock because I looked at it straight on. It was meant to be looked at crooked because where the wristwatch is.
They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him.
Damn it! Okay, it's not the backpack. This either.
Yes!
Okay, is this
You!
And that's where Hifumi killed him.
Damn it! I don't know what fucking goes there! I am tempted to look it up on the fucking internet! I don't know what else it could be! And I know if I fuck this up anymore... Can I pause during this? Thank you. If I fuck this up anymore, they're gonna make me restart. And I don't want to have to relay everything out again. Okay. I'm just looking it up because I don't want to lay everything out again. Okay. Let's see. Just type in Danganronpa Celeste comic outline. Because, yeah, fuck trying to redo this shit. Okay. Scrolling. Load better. Scroll. Okay. So, Justice Hammer. Clock. Damn it! Okay. So I went to the beginning. Okay, first thing is Fumi's face. Clock. Hero holding his head. Killer holding the camera. Watch. Bloody Justice Hammer number 4. Okay, Bloody Justice Hammer number 3 is supposed to go here. I have that somewhere else. So I would have failed no matter what. This goes here. And so what's supposed to be next? Wait, what do you mean Hifumi pushing the dolly is supposed to be over here? Stupid. Bloody hammer without a number. What? But that's... Damn it! Fucking goddamn it! Okay. Number 10 has to be the bloody hammer. This one has to be Hifumi pushing the fucking dolly. Bloody Justice Hammer number 3. And Okay.
Here's exactly what happened.
Thank you, Internet. We would have never gotten
That's
through this
where Hifumi
otherwise.
killed him, making it the scene of the first one. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack store. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator.
Why are you dancing with it, man?
And turned the room into a crime scene, in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned... Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them.
Yeah, because I definitely think that the movie would have cracked under the pressure and fucking let us know
And they
that
did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case.
Why does she get a flowery background?
Celeste! Sorry.
Why does this make me think of a samurai showdown? Thank you.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Almost like the noose that Monokumo's gonna use.
You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Well, your voice totally fucking changed for that. How am I getting A's? Whatever, I got through it. So...
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
That is a complete change in tone and emphasis of everything.
Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened?
I just noticed the way the steps are set up to Monokumo's chair almost makes it look like the ramp up to a hangman's, execution. For the old-style public executions.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Honestly.
I knew it. So then...
Did you actually fuck him?
Indeed.
You used the laptop. Did I say it out loud?
Just a second. In other words...
Indeed.
I see.
I thought you were sleeping with Hifumi to manipulate him.
Actually...
What?
Are you okay with this? So then...
Damnation! Say what?
As for me... As for me...
Really?
What?
I mean...
Damnation!
It is a crime if it actually happens.
Say what?
You should have talked to Taka first. Like, hey, someone's accusing you of a crime. Did you actually do it? Has no one here watched this Rising of Shield Hero anime? If you haven't watched it, it's a great anime. It's got some really cool fight scenes. Animation's pretty on point, too. Music's okay.
Completely unforgivable!
Well, yeah, because you're angry because he's accused of doing something terrible. But, you don't know for certain they actually did.
Most unfortunate. Actually...
What?
Indeed.
Completely unforgivable!
Honestly.
I swear, I will save her!
Honestly, I expected this to be more like she went to him and, fucked him a lot, and then promised to marry him when they both escaped.
Actually...
Yeah, I just thought you took your clothes off and had sex with me.
I see.
Indeed.
But...
Because you're stupid.
Let's see.
Well,
Are you okay with...
so in the end,
What the heck?
Well,
don't be mean!
I wonder about that.
Why?
What the heck?
But...
You little bitch! Hey! You little bitch!
Was it so bad to be with the rest of us?
This is fine. Honestly. As for me, isn't it wonderful?
This is kind of a castle. How is this different than a castle? I mean, it's got enough battlements to be a castle. You even got... What the fuck is this? This is not what I expected. I was thinking more fucking Lord of the Rings! What is this? Why is he, like, kissing your foot? What the fuck? What? What? Let me be clear about my world's list. Like, if I could change everything, it would just be no one kills each other, no one rapes, torture, murders everyone, we don't have war anymore. And just... everybody just lives in peace. I don't have to work at a factory shit tons of overtime. I can have just... hell, my apartment has enough space for me. Aside from that, my family and friends, you know, they're well off, no one's sick, no one's injured, no one just dies, no one tries to kill me, I don't randomly have chest pains, or weird nightmares and shit. I maybe have a better social life. I continue playing games and doing Let's Plays because it's a lot of fun making these videos. Listen to cool music, learn how to play guitar, learn how to draw, maybe learn some sort of martial arts. Not for fighting, not to hurt anyone, not even for self-defense, but just because I think it's cool, and I think it's really interesting just to be able to, you know, the aesthetic of it. Aside from that, to be able to spend more time with my son, take him to things like parks and the zoo, and be the best father I could possibly be to him. And yeah, be able to go meet beautiful women and have beautiful women that I can trust who actually, or more to the point, maybe actually have just a very pretty girlfriend that is nice to me, who's smart, who's pleasant to be around, and who can lead her own life, and I can lead my own life, and we both also enjoy each other's company and actually love each other. And maybe just I can go out sometimes and just sit and the grass and watch the clouds for a while. That sounds pretty good. And of course, keep up with any sort of new anime. That sounds good. And of course, keep watching Let's Players that I enjoy watching. Like Tira Grace or Nuxtaku or Lost Ones, just because it's funny and it's enjoyable.
This is fine.
But this, I don't know, it just seems very superficial, Celeste. I mean, I would at least want the people that are around me, especially anyone that's romantic around me, to actually, have those feelings for me because they actually care about me. That's one thing, I feel is the most important thing in a relationship, or, you want the other person to actually care about you, to actually like you, to actually want to be around you not because they want money, not because they want to use you for something, or because they might hurt you, but because it makes them feel happy and alive to hear your voice and see your face, and to know that you're happy. So, I don't know. Maybe you and I come from two different worlds, Celeste.
There is nothing to be done.
Just the worst.
Oh, do you understand?
Yeah, you and I are from different worlds.
What is this?
So you're terrified, but you're pretending not to. In a way, I kind of thought you were kind of like, who is he? Damn, I should be able to remember him. It's the guy who was orchestrating the Dark Tournament. Kuwabara's older sister fell in love with him. Why can't I remember that guy's name? I can't. As much as I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho, I should be able to remember.
Yes, indeed. Isn't it wonderful?
Hey.
Wasn't she guillotined?
Chills! Kills!
You all done? Okay then, let's get rolling. The blackened who disturbed the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
The ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
Oh, Haruki to get the laptop.
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone.
Well, I hope you at least have peace and death, Celeste.
Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Hey, if we're lucky. So, what the fuck have you done, Monokuma? Imagine how our emotions going to change when this happens. Hello? Okay. What, are you going to burn her at the stake? What is it, the bunny contraption? The burning of the Vasale switch. Versailles. The art style is amazing. Though, I think a lot of times people died more so from suffocation when this stuff happened. Because, all the smoke would go up, you wouldn't have enough air to breathe. But at this point, regardless of how you died or what mixture of it, it would still be a terrible way to die. What? Hi. Yes? Help the... Why is there firefighters? What? You're going to ram her? What is this, a Rammstein music video? Benzene! How do you build this shit, Monokuma? If you can build this, you should be able to build world peace. Yeah.
Extreme! What are you gonna do?
Let me out of here!
Too bad. Hey! Wah-wah?
So then... You...
Ooh!
Hey,
Ooh! How exciting! Hello. Well? See ya later!
so...
Hey,
Indeed. Hey,
What?
Okay.
so...
Come on. What? Goodbye.
well then.
Yo!
Okay.
Not saying you're wrong, but that's not on the priorities right
Shall
now.
we go? So then...
You really came. So,
You... However... What? Indeed. What? It's true. That's fine.
Yeah?
Correct.
already check this?
Correct.
I wanted to read the other thing. All the books are gone. Yeah, let's just barge in and see what it is. What the fuck is happening here? What the fuck?
Why, you? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
What?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise. No longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you?
What?
What I'm holding hostage?
What? So Sakura's a spy? Okay. Yes. I want to double check. Okay, we're gonna call that a video. Hope everyone out there had a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm gonna go take a Tylenol because my head's hurting. Bye.